Welcome, fearless learners, to another episode of English podcast Real Life. Today's mission is to help you answer any question in English, no matter how nervous you might feel. I'm Emma, and we're about to boost your confidence so you can speak English with true power and clarity.
I'm David, and I couldn't agree more, Emma. Whether you're in a job interview, on a conference call, or chatting with friends, being able to answer questions smoothly can totally transform your English experience. The nervousness you feel is normal, but with the right tools, you'll turn that anxiety into real fluency.
Exactly. A lot of learners tell us that understanding questions isn't the biggest hurdle it's figuring out what to say next, especially under pressure. Today, we'll show you how to move past that hesitation and respond with calm, structured English.
And remember, this skill isn't just for language exams. In any global workplace, your ability to answer questions confidently can open doors to new opportunities and help you stand out even if your grammar isn't perfect. Let's dive into our first strategy.
Let's talk about our favorite technique, the 3-step answer formula. It's simple, effective, and something you can use in any situation. Step 1. Acknowledge the question so you show you're engaged. Step 2. State your main idea clearly. Step 3. Back it up with a concrete example or a specific reason.
That's right, Emma. For instance, if someone asks, "What's your biggest strength?" you could say, "Great question. I'd say my strength is communication." For example, last month I led a team meeting that helped resolve a project delay. Notice how each part follows the formula, creating a natural, confident response.
This approach keeps you from translating in your head or freezing up. Instead, you have a structure to lean on. And the beauty is that this formula works for all kinds of questions, professional, academic, or even casual conversations with friends.
Plus, research backs this up. A Forbes study found that people who answer questions with structure and calmness are seen as almost 50% more competent, regardless of English level. So, it's not about big vocabulary, it's about clarity and control. That's what sets confident speakers apart.
But what happens when your mind goes blank or you need just a moment to think? This is where buffer phrases come in. They're your secret weapon for handling nerves in real time. Try saying things like, "That's an interesting question," or "Let me think about that for a moment."
Absolutely, Emma. These buffer phrases are lifesavers because they buy you a few seconds to organize your thoughts without sounding awkward. You're still participating in the conversation, and you give yourself space to breathe and prepare your answer.
Exactly. Phrases like, "There are a few ways I could answer this," or "I haven't thought about that before," but help you sound fluent, even if you're still thinking. And remember, the goal isn't perfect grammar, it's a natural, confident flow.
The key point is not to panic over small mistakes. Fluency is about keeping the conversation moving and expressing your ideas clearly. Buffer phrases let you do that, and with practice, you'll sound more and more like a native speaker.
Let's go deeper and look at some of the most common types of questions you'll face in English. First, there are opinion questions like, "What do you think about remote work?" Start your answer with "I believe," then give a reason and a quick example to support your view.
Next are experience questions, such as, "Can you tell me about a challenge you faced?" Here, the STAR method is your friend. Describe the situation, explain the task, share the action you took, and finish with the result. This structure shows depth and clarity.
Then there are yes, no questions like, "Do you like working in teams?" Don't just answer yes or no. Add a reason. "Yes, because I enjoy collaborating," or "No, but I appreciate having clear goals when working alone." This turns a short answer into a real conversation.
We've seen students transform their interview performance with these strategies. One student told us that after practicing these methods, a recruiter complimented her on how clearly she spoke and how well she structured her thoughts. That's the power of answering with intention.
Let me share a story that still inspires me. Marco, a talented designer from Italy, used to panic whenever he was asked to explain his ideas in English. In one client meeting, he completely froze when someone asked him, "Can you walk us through your idea?"
We focus on helping Marco practice simple frameworks like the 3-step answer formula we discussed. After just 2 weeks, he could answer with, "Sure. Here's the idea. Here's why it matters. And here's how it works." He started to enjoy those conversations instead of dreading them.
It's important to remember, Marco's English didn't suddenly become perfect, but his confidence soared. He went from avoiding client calls to actually leading discussions and sharing his ideas with enthusiasm and clarity.
Stories like Marco's show that anyone can move from panic to power with the right mindset and practice. By focusing on structure and clarity, you'll not only answer any question, you'll enjoy speaking English more than ever before.
Let's wrap up with a quick recap. Use the three-step formula. Acknowledge the question, give your main idea, and support it with an example. Lean on buffer phrases to create thinking time, and practice answering the most common question, types opinion, experience, and yes, no questions.
Focus on clarity rather than perfection. Remember, the goal is to answer with purpose, not panic. Your action step for today, write and say 3 practice answers using today's formula. Try, what's your biggest challenge? Or, do you prefer working alone or in a team? And, how do you handle stress?
The more you practice, the more natural these answers will become. Speaking English confidently isn't about flawless grammar, it's about genuine connection and clear ideas. Every answer you give is a step toward fluency.
With these tools in your toolkit, you're ready to face any question in English. Take action today, and you'll surprise yourself with how quickly your confidence grows.
Before we go, here's a sneak peek at our next episode, How to Sound Polite in English Without Being Too Indirect. We'll show you how to be clear and respectful, so you can communicate with both confidence and kindness.
Until then, remember to speak boldly and simply. You don't need perfect grammar. What you need is present courage. We believe in you, and we can't wait to see you shine on your English journey.
Go light the world with your words. See you next time on Speak English with Fire.
Take care and keep practicing. Your English is already on fire. See you soon.